And welcome to Brunch, a taste of Tobago. I am your host, JW Moore, also known as J Soul. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we are giving it to you live and direct on Tobago Updates Television Network. And of course, it's a buzz. It's Calypso season. It's Carnival season. We are doing so much in the space right here in Tobago. And it's a beautiful Friday morning at that. And we are live, let me mention, live on Facebook, on the Amplia Network 102, and of course, YouTube. And we want to say a special hello and good morning, hearty blessings to our viewers in Trinidad, the Caribbean region, the world, New York, good morning to you, Ontario, good morning to you, South Africa, good morning to you, and also for my first time viewers, because I know there are quite a few of you, it is Friday, and of course we have beautiful segments that we are going to be bringing to you live on the Brunch Mid-Morning Show. Good stuff is first, and here is where we highlight our sons and daughters of the soil who are doing wonderful and beautiful things in our space. First, we go to the Newsday. Tobago 6. Ready for battle at Calypso Fiesta. Tobago artists are gearing up for battle against their Trinidadian counterparts in the National Calypso Monarch semi-final on February 4th at Skinner Park, San Fernando. The island has 6 Calypsonians in the semi-final, all of whom have been fixtures on Tobago's Calypso scene for many years. They are Alex Gift, Caston Cupid, Nicole Thomas, Wendy Garrick, Shamika Danoon, and Giselle Fraser Washington. And of course, from our family to yours, we wish you guys so much blessings and the best of luck in the competition. Represent and represent well the way that I know you can do. We look forward to hearing great things as the season progresses. Of course, The Guardian is up next. Karine Ashe and Michael Tasia draw early fiesta spots. Oh yes. Ashe pulled the number many entertainers fare during the draw for the competition, conducted by Trinbago Unified Calypsonians Organization, or TUCO, PRO Rondell Donowa, and General Secretary Shirlene Hendrickson at the Kaiso House Calypso tent at the Queen's Park Savannah, Port of Spain, yesterday. Ashe, who performed in position 3 at Fiesta 2023, did not comment to the media following the draw, but promised that her 2024 song, No Excuse, will set the pace in the Monarch race tomorrow. Definitely something you guys need to look out for. Our Daily Express is next, and of course, Tasia takes Young King's title. Michael Tasia, also known as Michael Williams, is the 2024 Young Kings winner. Tasia's 2024 Road March front runner DNA was a positive match for the National Action Cultural Committee, the NACC, title on Tuesday night at the Queen's Park Savannah, Port of Spain. The victory places the Gonzales Belmont-born singer-songwriter among an esteemed list of past greats to have held the one-term crown, including Calypso icon David Runner in 1986, embattled 4-time National Calypso Monarch Crow Weston Rollins. And there are so many things that we need to be proud of as Trinbagonians. Our culture is definitely unmatched. The way we interact is definitely unmatched. And also, we are so privileged that we get to really be in your space. Thank you so much for inviting me into your space, into your lives. It's a beautiful Friday. And of course, just a few of the persons who are going to be gracing us. Oh my gosh, my very good friend, Juby is going to be here. We're going to be talking a bit with him. And of course, Kieran McDougall is here, Chem Advisory Services Solution Limited. And we're going to be speaking about this wonderful initiative, this wonderful business. And of course, Maslin Ned, band leader for Anthea's treasure trove for Carnival. So we have our creatives connecting in a really positive and beautiful way. You guys do not want to miss out on that. And I just want to say blessings to each and everyone. I am so happy. I'm so excited. I hope that you are. I hope that I can bring some spice. I can bring some happiness, some lightness, some peace to you this morning. Just for those of you who have awoken a little heavy, you know, we hope that we can give you some satisfaction today. And remember, you are beautiful and you are wonderfully made. And I take a break. I'm going to give you some time to get yourself together. We will be right back with more Brunch, a taste of Tobago. I promise I'll be here. So I'm hoping that you can join me. And when we come back, we are going to be speaking with Kieran McDougall and his lovely initiative and business idea, entrepreneur here right in Tobago. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, a taste of Tobago. See you guys soon.
You want to be bad, don't tell your big hit. On the road you're behind, the truck it go big red. If you want to feel alive, then switch to the winning side. You see how we move in style, is a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe with Be Mobile.
Come on, see what plan they could get. See what plan they could get. Come on, see what plan they could. See what plan they could. See what plan they could get. All of the plan the best. All of the plans the best. Come on, see what plan they could. See what plan they could. Be Mobile. Top it up, 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 top it up. Only we buying bundles. Top it up, 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 top it up.
It's a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe with Be Mobile.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Ansa Makal Group.
Carnival is here. But before you hit the streets, make your home the ultimate party zone. Standard says, make it stage ready, now for now. Get dazzling deals on TVs, furniture, appliances, everything to impress your guest. 10% cash back, easy financing, plus no down payment. Now's the time to shine. Visit Standards today. Let them make your home the star of Carnival.
At JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs. Carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, honey.
Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal.
Oh, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Girl, you know what you're doing. Big waist with the eye contact. Girl, what's the look back. 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 Look back how it parts. Look back. Look back at the stage. Look back. Look back to the stars. Look back. Girl, you look normal.
I'm back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago, and I was having such a wonderful conversation with my first guest. Now, one of the things that I love about doing brunch, and I say it all the time, the people that I get to meet, it's a wonderful array, it's a wonderful mixture, it's a wonderful cross-section of Tobagonian Trinidadian people. And this is something that speaks to our unique rhythm and the unique way that we do things. And my first guest is no different. This is someone that I have known for such a very long time. I feel like I have, grown up with him, all of the strides, the evolution, everything that has been happening in the space. I felt like we grew up with each other. And of course, Kieran McDougall is here, and we are going to be having such a wonderful conversation about Chem Advisory Services Limited. And first thing first, the name jumps out at you. But before we get into that, let me welcome you.
Thank you very
Welcome
much.
to Brunch.
Yes, thank you very much. And
Yes.
good morning to you, and good morning to all your viewers and listeners.
Thank you
on
so
Tobago
much. Thank you so
Updates.
much for
Yes.
being here. So tell us about your wonderful initiative, your wonderful business. Let's hear more about it.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, so Chem Advisory Services Solutions Limited, basically as a limited liability company. We have just been 2 years around, but Chem Business Solutions, that is when I actually started in 2015.
Right.
It was a sole trader, and then in 2022, it was expanded to a limited liability company. So we have been around for some time, operating as a sort of one-man operation. And then following COVID, this is where the expansion came.
All right. COVID seems to have not been all bad. I saw so many entrepreneurs growing out of the pandemic, so many initiatives, ideas, social media platforms growing out of that pandemic and what it did in terms of having us in our spaces, forcing us to really delve into our psyche, into our minds, and see what we can come up with. But with CAMS, what type of services, let's start there, what type of services do you guys provide? Yeah.
All right, so Chem Advisory Services Solutions Limited, we provide a wide range of services. As a matter of fact, we are a multidimensional company that focuses on 4 core business units.
Right.
We specialize in business advisory and transformation, destination management services, training and development, and event coordination.
Right.
And all of these different units, they are interlinked because they feed into and off of each other.
Definitely. And Kieran, ever since I have known you, you have been so involved in event management, event planning. And you are the type of person, you delve into every aspect possible. Is this being a perfectionist? Do you think of yourself as a perfectionist, or you just like all the T's crossed, all the I's dotted? What do you see yourself as?
Well, it's all about quality, pay attention to detail, and ensuring that things are done with minimal issues or hiccups. At the end of the day, you want a wow experience, you want a wow event, and at the end of the day, whatever you put out there is what would resonate with persons. As a matter of fact, when you develop an event, you want that event to grow to such magnitude that your marketing efforts are minimized year on year, because the moment you've completed one, it automatically sells for the following year.
Definitely. And what is your team like Is there a network of wonderful people that work along with you? What is the team narrative like for your institution, your company?
Yes, the team is broad and wide and does not only reside in Tobago. We see ourselves as international, owing to the fact that our team members, most of whom operate as consultants specializing in their own area. So as you would see, we are multidimensional. So therefore, you need a driving force behind every business unit to ensure that we operate with optimum efficiency.
I love it. Yeah.
Yes.
What made you want to operate this type of business? Did you see a need? Did you see that there were certain factors that were lacking in the way we do things? What exactly made you want to get into this type of
All right.
business?
Well, Chem in itself, I mean, it's my initial, Kieran Emmanuel McDougall. So that's
Right.
how the Chem acronym came into being. And from my experiences, both in the public and the private sectors, I've learned a lot, gained significant experience, and I felt operating in those environments, there were a number of limitations. And knowing my capability and ability, I recognized that a lot more could be done without being confined or being within a boundary. And as a result of that, Chem Advisory Services Solutions Limited is really allowing me to, put to the table, what I'm really capable of. I mean, the dynamics of Chem, basically, I have experiences in all the different areas,
Right.
that we specialize in. So notwithstanding that there are persons who are also assisting and specializing certain areas, there's a little of everything that, I'm able to contribute. And this is what makes us quite effective. As a matter of fact, is those experiences, having worked both in the public and private sector, has allowed me to understand what needs to happen, and of course making that intervention. Now that I'm out of those systems, driving Chem in order to do what is necessary. At the end of the day, the solutions in Chem is really about bringing solutions to issues, problems that exist. And what we do as a company is to understand the environment, see what the challenges are, see what the issues are, and then formulate and strategize on the solutions to bring better results and optimacy to what is happening in this space.
I love the fact that you're not afraid to delve in. I think many persons, that's where we fall short a bit.
Yes.
We delve in, but not enough. And so we have issues that just keep going around like this, and you're in a circle and just not getting to that optimum level. But you have been on so many sides of the sector. You've been private, you've been public.
Yes.
And so the experience that comes along with running a company such as this comes from your time in public and private office, public and private ministry, and that sort of thing. Because when I saw you recently, and you were very hands-on.
Yes.
And doing the most in Kieran McDougall fashion. That's how you are.
Yes.
And so I kind of brushed it aside that, okay, this is something that is probably going to be going live. I actually got a message the next day and saying, you guys were live. You didn't know that, and something. So, you know how they talk, let's go. And I took a step back and I took a tap back and I said, Kieran was there doing the most that day. And so it came together.
Yes.
And I said to myself, this is so wonderful. It's the initiative, the idea, bringing it to fruition, your wonderful team.
Yes.
Some of the events that you worked on. What are some of the events that you guys worked on?
All right. So we are not event to everything because we actually have a niche. So we are more focused on meetings and conferences.
Oh, okay.
And sport tourism. So that's where our event niche is. However, I am a trainer, event trainer. So I have been providing a number of training in the area of event management, ranging the wide spectrum. of
Right.
event coordination, research and design, sponsorship and development, entertainment, you just name it, anything event related, I'm there. So even while doing it hands-on, I'm also training and educating persons. As a matter of fact, right now I'm also lecturing a diploma program in events management with the Trinidad and Tobago Business Etiquette and Protocol Specialists.
Definitely. And it leads to a professionalism that is needed,
Yes.
especially for today's world. I keep saying that what we did in 1962 would not suffice in 2024 and
Definitely.
beyond.
Yes.
And so the mindset and the narrative has to change. And I think you guys are on such a positive pathway
Yes.
to having that evolution happen. I think also bridging the gap. I think you guys are also doing that.
Certainly.
Because you need the wisdom of the elders, but you also need the innovation of the young ones.
Certainly.
And so that gap is being bridged. Yeah, and that's a wonderful
Definitely
thing.
is. Yes,
Yeah.
certainly.
And I feel as if, there's so much more for Kevin McDougall. This is by no means the end or a one-off. There's so much more. There's continuity,
certainly.
that has to happen. Yeah.
Yes.
How do you feel about what your company is doing thus far?
Well, we are very proud and happy of what we were able to achieve in the space. Now, the population size of Tobago is very small. So in terms of what we are able to do here on the ground in Tobago, we are doing the best that we could. But of course, the focus is not just Tobago.
Right.
Again, the intention is to have an impact globally. Our aim basically is to be the leading, organization in business transformation in the region by 2030. I mean, that's our vision, and we are working towards achieving that. We have been forging alliances, network with other regional institutions,
Right. Okay.
organization, etc. To make our contribution at our mark. We have been making some significant inroads in Trinidad, and we intend to amplify that as we go along throughout the course of 2024. We are already in talks with a number of, regional partners as well.
Right.
One of our area of focus in the destination space is the tourism and hospitality sector. This is the area that we are playing a significant role in Tobago. It was just recent, about 2 weekends ago, we actually had our awards and recognition event where we recognize persons who have been contributing to the sector in their own way and fashion. And we felt that that was something that is needed because tourism is our mainstay. It's one of the areas that we place focus on the island to assist us with our economic development. And therefore, we believe that more can be done for this sector. Post-COVID, we have seen an excitement in the industry where persons are willing to come to the destination. And what we have also seen as well, from the research we have conducted is that there are quite a number of events that are happening in Tobago that is also driving the traffic. The only hiccup and challenge is the transportation system for our visitors to get here seamless. But we do as a company everything within our powers to ensure that that experience is seamless. Because the destination experience is something that is dear to us. And at the end of the day, that is the area that has really been, keeping us busy since we have started.
And you spoke about being so involved in sports, being so involved in niches where it's so vast. It's not like you're just doing one thing, and that's what I love about what you're talking about.
Yes, the diversity.
The diversity is tops because it's not just one thing. Do you have instances where artists reach out to you? Has anybody in the creative sector reached out to you for any type of assistance or anything like that?
We have received a few inquiries in terms of, whether or not we provide management support, to artists and so on. Now, one of my background experiences would have been in the protocol and diplomatic circle. And sometimes persons, may have an opportunity where they might want to, or they have the opportunity to maybe meet someone of significant importance. And getting those tips and, do's and don'ts, they oftentimes reach out for that. As a matter of fact, every single day I receive a call, to give some kind of guidance on protocol, or, someone is having an event and they want to know to ensure that the national flag and the THA flag is in its correct order. So we get a lot of requests from that. But now, as we are moving steadier pace, when we recognize that there are those gaps, we provide the necessary training. And this is where training comes in, because we offer a number of training, even training that persons may not even think about. So, for example, we have a seminar that we usually provide. It's called the role and responsibility of landlord and tenants. And that session is to give persons an opportunity, persons who are thinking about renting, what their obligation as a tenant is, if it is that you're a landlord, what your do's and don'ts are, what is expected of you as a landlord, and how you should treat, tenant. At the end of the day, it's business, and we understand that landlords, they put their place out to rent to make money. But at the same point in time, the tenant, who is the customer and they pay, they want to have a peaceful and enjoyable environment in which they and their family can thrive and live, and so on. So we provide that necessary framework through training to allow them to understand and to minimize any sort of friction that may happen over time.
Yeah, and one of the things that really stands out, now I always speak about, there's a certain type of rhythm that we have.
Yes.
There's a certain type of eloquence that we have as Trinbagonian people.
Sure.
So when we touch down, as they say, you feel it.
Yes.
You sense the difference, and you sense the energy and the frequencies.
Certainly.
And when I heard about your company, that's the feeling I got, is that you're doing it with that unique twist.
Yes.
That unique, rhythm and understanding the conversations, the pathway that you're taking in order to provide so many services that are needed. So it's not even a luxury anymore. These things are needed for the global community. It's not just Tobago.
Certainly.
It's regionally, it's internationally.
Yes.
And I have to go back to the ideals that we have, because the narrative needs to change even before we get to the evolution.
Certainly.
Yeah, the narrative needs to change. And again, 1962, no working for 2024.
Yes, with the kind of, persons that we have in this new generation, we have to keep up with the time and understand that, things that were done 10 years ago may not be applicable. So we always have to be relevant and, research to see what is workable in this
in this time and this space.
Yes.
Yeah. But how do we reach you? Because I know so many people are looking on and are very much interested in getting to know your company and working with you. How do we reach your company?
All right, so certainly, and we are basically on a number of social media platforms. We also do have our website. It's www.kemassl, which is KEMASSL.com. We are on Facebook, Chem Advisory Services Solutions, Instagram, Chem Advisory Services.
Right.
We also on YouTube, and persons can contact us at 868, which is the area code, 736-5710 or 353-9906.
Definitely. And Kieran, as always, I thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of Brunch today. And of course, from our family to yours, blessings, peace, love, light, and of course, success.
Thank you very much. Certainly was a pleasure being here, and thanks again for the opportunity.
You are most welcome. And guys, we are going to take a break. We're going to be right back with more Brunch A Taste of Tobago. Of course, I cannot leave you without mentioning our trivia question for today. What was the name given to Tobago by its early settlers, the Caribs. This is going to be interesting. You guys need to get in here and let me see what you come up with. Of course, the answer at the end of the show. We're going to take a break. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes for breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti served with chokers, bull joil and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Hello everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Car Clinic, located right here in Tobago at Storby Local Road. You can WhatsApp us or call us at 366-4173.
Hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Oh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive collection, now exclusively available at Standard.
Yes, you come in. Long time I see you. This station pumping. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Steven to see about them. Yeah. Total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about that. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla. I thought it's your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before your Ramajé, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your nice car get damaged bad, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. Never ever worry if sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry if times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider that Tattle will always be here for you. Never worry about a thing. Tattle, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
We are back with Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. Of course, you know, there's so much going on this wonderful Friday on the island of Tobago. And of course, I have my beautiful sister. We were just talking during the break. Have not seen her for a while. Could not get onto her for a while. And it was driving me nuts. Literally nuts. And I saw her this morning and I am calmer now. She's fine. She's okay. Let me welcome my sister, Anola De Freitas. Good morning.
Good morning.
Of course, you guys know Anthea's Treasure Trove. Oh my gosh, what a wonderful experience. If you guys have not been, make it your duty to get in and get those wonderful services that are provided. So, Anola, Happy New Year to you, because I don't think I saw you since the last time you were here.
No, we haven't seen each other at all. The last time was when we came and we were doing the DIY, making the body scrubs. And I'm hoping that you are busy making body scrubs and giving us gifts.
Actually, I'm not, and I'm not even going to lie. I am not. And I think I need to really, really do something about that.
Most definitely.
Revisit that, come and see you and get it popping. That's what needs to happen.
I couldn't have said it any better myself. I could not have said it any better myself. And truly, it's a pleasure to see you. Yeah. And you promoted my business so well. I'm thinking I need to have a clip of that recording.
Yeah, of course. We can get that.
Yes.
We can get that.
But it's nice to be here.
And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
What's going on for Carnival? Or what isn't, because it's such a buzz in the space right now.
It is. It is.
Tell me what's happening.
So with us at Anthea's Treasure Trove, for those of us who may not know about the business, what we do is skincare products where we formulate them using naturally grown fruits, vegetables, and herbs. And the whole idea is to use ingredients that we have right here in Tobago predominantly, and by extension Trinidad. And Carnival, honestly, is one of our peak times. It's even better for us than Christmas and all the other occasions, because the majority of our clients are persons from overseas who would come in during this time and stock up on their products either before they go to Trinidad or when they return. So this is our busy season, and we already have clients who have put in their orders for their trouble skin cream, for all the things they want to have in stock and last them for the year while they're not here. So we are preparing for that time and the buzz that comes along with clients being so excited and us being more than willing to serve them.
And you know, it's something about, I was just speaking to my first guest, Kieran McDougall, and we were talking about the unique way that we do things.
Yes.
Our flora, our fauna, our landscape. You know, I'm speaking about it, and it's in my mind. It's like a vision in my mind.
Yes.
And so many people want that experience. And if they come, even if they can't come and spend a whole bunch of time, one thing they could come and do, and it resonates because there's a magic and essence to Tobago. You just mentioned the natural products that you use.
Yes.
Tobago, 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 all the way. And you can't get any better than that.
That's true.
You can't.
Because what I notice is when persons come to the island, what they're hoping for is a Tobago experience. I love interviewing people. You see how you were interviewing me? This is what I do every day that I interact with tourists. I love to know why they chose Tobago, what would make them come back, what they like, what they don't like. And many of them desire to have a exclusive Tobago experience. See how we do things here, how we bake our bread, have crab and dumpling, learn how to make that. And sometimes it's the little things that we overlook just because we may not ask the right question. So for us, what we've noticed is that although they love the finished products, some of them are interested in learning how to make it. So making their own buddy butters, making their own scrubs using ingredients that we have here. Because there's a convenience with made in China products, but nothing compares to being in an island and using products that was made here. And I find many of them are very concerned about the environment. They want to know that when they spend their money here, it's supporting the people here. And that gives them great joy. I think when they come into the store and they're like, oh, so you got this from this person, we want to buy, we want to support, and that is, it's an awesome feeling.
And I know so many people want to learn the art because there's a certain finesse. There's certain things that you need to know. You have ebooks. And on workshops. Let's delve in. Let's talk about that really nicely.
Okay, so thank you for asking about that. So in addition to the products, we have workshops because some people want to actually come and learn to make it. Some because they want to start a business. For others, they want to come because they want to learn how to formulate products themselves to treat their particular skin conditions or the needs of their family. And it's reassuring if you know you have aloes in your backyard and you're thinking what to do with this outside, cutting it down, that you can use it to make soaps, you can use it to make body butters, you can use it to make scrubs. It empowers you when you are able to control what goes in your body, what goes on your body, because as most of us know, the skin is the largest organ. And I would say food for the skin, because whatever we put on our skin, we are feeding our bodies in that way. So for those persons who want to come and learn in person, we have that option. For those who might say, Anola, for real, I have a life that doesn't allow me the luxury of coming. When you have the classes, we have the ebooks so that you can download it and you can learn on your own time. Because that is very convenient for persons. One of the things I noticed though, sometimes when people are doing it in the convenience of their home, they might start and never finish. And I would tell them, you know what, get a partner that you're doing it with. So that you have that motivation to say, okay, you know what, we need to finish this and we need to put it into practice. So that is very important, even for those coming to the physical class, because remember, I taught you to do these scrubs and you haven't touched it since.
No, no, I didn't.
But you see, if you had somebody, maybe your daughter, who was doing it and she said, Mommy, let's get it cracking. And you have that support. So I tell people, when you're coming, don't come with your hands swinging. Come with somebody who you know is a motivation partner that would say, you know what, we're doing this and we're going to the end with this. So we're catering to the different needs. Those who don't have the time to make, those who want to make in person, and those who say, you know what, in the convenience of my home, I want to do it. For Valentine's Day, I want to do this with my special one. We're going to make body butters and decide what ingredients we want to put at your neck girl part. The possibilities are endless. So listening to customers, recognizing what they need, we decided to diversify to meet the various needs of the customers who want what we have.
And how does one get in touch with Anola? Because I know so many people that want to be involved, even if they can't be there physically, they would love to have the ebooks.
No problem.
So just guide us along how persons can get these services.
They can get. Well, the first one I want to give is the phone number, because although we have presence online, many people prefer to call and hear a voice and ask questions. Okay, and we have the number 868, and I'm giving international because there might be somebody overseas who says, I want that program, so I'm giving it. So it's 868-284-8432. Again, 868-284-8432. And online, you can find us on Facebook, on the name Anthea's Treasure Trove. Right, so that's Anthea's, ANTHEA''S, Treasure Trove. Or you can look for my name, Anola De Freitas, or Anthea De Freitas.
Right.
And I need to make sure I make that clarification, Anthea De Freitas, because recently I was hacked, as I was sharing with you.
Yes.
And all my information. So there are persons who I would have dealt with in the past who know us as being on a certain address online and they can't find us. So I had to do everything over. So it's Anthea De Freitas on Facebook, Anthea's Treasure Trove TT. On
TT.
Instagram, it's Anthea's Treasure Trove TT. On TikTok, it's the same as well. But if you are struggling to remember that, 868-284-8432, send me a text and I'm going to direct you exactly where you can go to get more information.
Right. I think you questions that I needed answered. I think you basically touched on everything.
Yes.
So what is next? We have the ebook, we have the classes,
Yes.
workshops. What is next for Anthea? Do you even
have anything
know
up my
at this
sleeve?
point?
Okay, so my brain is always clicking. It's always clicking. And what I actually have next, it's an add-on, and at the same time, it's on its own, I would say, because what I have realized is when some people complete the class, they feel so shy to go and promote themselves to persons. And noticing that, I told them, you know what? It's very important that you put yourself out there, because there was a time you would not have gotten me to do this.
Yes.
Because I would really get an asthma attack. The anxiety would come on so strong that I would start to breathe up very hard. And at that time, I could not control it. It felt, you putting me on the spot, asthma. That is just how I connected it in my mind. And I noticed for some people, asking them to put themselves out there and talk about their products, their services, is a place of deep anxiety.
Yes.
And with that in mind, I now offer persons the opportunity that if it is you are too shy to do it, and you know it must be done, I am here to do it for you.
Yes.
So that is something I've been doing, because we all have strengths in different areas. Where you are very strong, it might be my area of weakness. And when we partner, it allows us to grow and to be able to be present in many different
Definitely.
places. So that is something that I've been offering to persons who are doing soaps, persons who are doing other businesses as well, because I just realized this is something that I love. And allow me to say this. Sometimes you might find yourself struggling in a certain area. You might find it brings you a lot of fear and anxiety, but that might be the area where if you push through, it might be the area of your greatest breakthrough. Your greatest breakthrough. Because I used to be so afraid. And then I'm like, Anola, what are you afraid of?
Yes.
What are you afraid of? Sometimes it's the attention that you feel people are putting on you and it's bringing the anxiety. But in this season, I'm saying if you're feeling too afraid, connect with somebody who has a strength in an area that you need to tap into and get it done.
Yeah, and it's
Get
like
it done.
each one teach one, each
Yes.
one, let's hold each other's hand.
Most
Let's
definitely.
walk hand in hand. Because some people say that public speaking of any kind is one of the toughest jobs
Yes.
that one person can have.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that there is such a large cross section of persons who have an ultimate fear
Yes.
of standing in front of, it doesn't even have to be a huge audience, just the thought of standing in front of someone to give a speech, speak on a topic.
Yes.
It's really unnerving.
It is.
Yeah, so it's good that you have that partnering type of narrative here.
Yes.
Because it's always, and that's the thing that we lose. We lose the human aspect of things. That's another thing that we have to really touch on.
Yes.
The human aspect of things is being lost. Kindness to one another, consideration, appreciation, all these lovely words are like little omens. So we don't use them and so we
Yes.
don't practice them. But I love the fact that you said partnering, bring someone may be strong in one area
Yes.
where you are not.
Yes.
And so when you come together, it's a magical thing.
It is.
Each one gets to grow. Yeah, but for me, like I said, I had an experience. My sister totally loves your products. She wanted nothing else. And I am here and I cannot reach Anthea Anola de Freitas, and it drove me insane.
Yes.
You know, and so you coming here now, it's a peaceful vibration.
It is.
Yeah?
It
Because
is.
I'm seeing you.
Yes.
You're okay. There's nothing that is, you know, preventing you from being here. So
Yes.
it's a peaceful vibration right now.
It is. I want to say this. I just realized that I didn't mention we actually have a store at Strawberry Beach facility.
Just
So
gonna
for
say
those
that.
persons who want to come in and see what we do, I invite you to come in and see what we do, because we actually have customers. And I always tell them, I said, this is really not necessary. But we have customers who, even though we offer them the facility of posting the things to them via TT Post or using a courier system, they're like, no, we just want to come and walk around the store.
Yes.
Because it makes us feel good. And I think when you have something that makes people feel good and they're happy and they're willing to do standby at the airport, come over to Tobago, purchase, and then dip in Strawberry Beach and then go back. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing.
It's a great thing. So for those of you who feel, you know, stuck and you want some creative juices flowing, come to Anthea's, because that's what we specialize in.
Definitely.
Just going all out to ensure that we give our best.
Definitely. And I absolutely love the fact that you're here with me today. I
Yes.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
And of course, our team, on behalf of Tobago Updates Information and Television Network, we wish you blessings and peace, love and light, and of course, success.
Thank
Continued success.
Thank you. I receive it and I say the same to you and
Thank
the
you
team.
so much.
Thank
and
you.
guys, we're going to take a break. Of course, I was speaking with Anola de Freitas, owner, founder, proprietor of Anthea's Treasure Trove, and the wonderful initiatives that she has. Oh, tongue twister there. The wonderful initiatives that she has coming on board. And of course, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to be right back. But of course, our trivia question: what was the name given to Tobago by its early settlers, the Caribs? Of course, at the end of the show, you have that wonderful answer. But for now, we're going to be right back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. See you guys soon.
Thank
Yo everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Strawberry Local Road, Tobago. That's correct, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guaranteed, as we are matching or beating any quotations.
Carnival is here. But before you hit the streets, make your home the ultimate party zone. Standard says, make it stage ready, now for now. Get dazzling deals on TVs, furniture, appliances, everything to impress your guest. 10% cash back, easy financing, plus no down payment. Now's the time to shine. Visit Standards today. Let them make your home the star of Carnival.
You want to be bad, don't tell you behave. On the road you behind, the jockey go be great. If you want to feel alive, then switch to the winning side. You see how we move in style, is a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe with Be Mobile.
Come and see what plan they could get. See what plan they could get. Come and see what plan they could. See what plan they could. See what plan they could get. All of the brand the best. All of the brands the best. Come and see what plan they could. See what plan they could. Be mobile. Top it up, 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 top it up. Only we buying bundles. Top it up, top it up, top it up, top it up.
Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supply specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
To speak with so many wonderful people. Like I said, Carnival is in the air. It's Carnival season. It's Calypso season. It's masqueraders. It's fun. It's ritual. It's revelry. You name it. And all those are bottled into one massive and magical experience here in Trinidad and Tobago. Of course, my next guest needs no introduction, guys. She's like a staple here. Marcelin Ned joins me of Marcelin Ned and Associates. And Marcelin, it's such a pleasure to see you. So welcome. Let me first welcome you to brunch and a happy new year, because I haven't seen you. You haven't sat with me. This is the first time you're sitting with me for the new year. So happy new year to you.
Yeah, good morning. Nice being here and happy new year's to you.
Thank you so much. So Marcelin, tell me what is going on for Carnival 2024. Yeah.
Well, a lot has been going on. Well, after having a festive year on 2023 for Carnival last year, with all the controversy that take part, you know, we still bring out our band because, you know, this is our culture, this is our history, this is we doing, this is we time.
Yes.
Right? And then October Carnival came along and I took part in Tobago Carnival. Now we are back to our thing again.
Yes.
The National Carnival of Trinidad and Tobago.
There you
and
go.
Tobago is a part of Trinidad. So
Yes.
obviously we are here again.
And tell me what's going on with your masqueraders. I love We Heritage. Yeah, tell me about We Heritage.
We History.
History.
Last year was Heritage and We Culture. So now I'm doing We History. So this year team, I did it before some years back. So I decided here I'm staying on that line.
Yes.
So January gone was Chinese festival, which Chinese celebrate the Chinese New Year to bring in New Year. When we of ourselves celebrated the first of the year, their own was I think was either the 24th of January. Somewhere in I might be wrong, but it's between the 24th and the 25th of January. So and one of my sections is based on the Chinese Lantern Festival. Right. So I have a Chinese section and then we are trickling to the Bacchanal, the Carnival. So, you know, Carnival is part of our history. So how far it came from, where the slaves back in BC time used to, whilst the masters was having their thing, we was having our little celebration, mocking them and thing, and that is how we Carnival has progressed. So I love history mass. So we have a little pan section. We have a little jab in that section also. So, you know, celebrating we Carnival. now we are trickling to emancipation, whereby I have an African section celebrating emancipation. And you know, this is we heritage too, we history, we culture, where the slaves, when we were captured and brought to this country here, and you know, we had to bring along some of our traditions, and so we get emancipated through that. And then our late Prime Minister, Dr. Eric Williams, fought for us to get emancipation. So my African section is we emancipation.
Right.
So now we are trickling down. We're coming here.
Coming down.
We have the first people.
Yes.
So you know we can't leave out the Indians with the first people. So they are also having their festivities, which takes part between September to October. So you know I have that inside there, we little Indians of the chief celebrating Santa Rosa, because they keep that tradition alive. So you know I have that inside of we history. It's a lot of research that I have to do to put in to bring this mass alive. And you know, I just try to capture the essence and the reality of what I'm bringing. So when person see the band coming down, they go say, yeah, she captured that.
Yes.
And last but not least, you know, we have to give our other brothers and sisters what is due to them. I give you the Festival of Light. So we have Diwali in our last section.
Yes.
I did a part of that some years back in the juniors. So I decided here, well, I'm going to do it again and bring it differently. So, you know, our brothers and sisters are very elegant with their dressing, the sari and everything. So you're going to be seeing all of that coming down the road
what is our
for
history?
the junior band. So Maslin and Associates, we are doing history.
You know, one of the things that I love about your Maslin, the research that goes into your productions.
Yes.
When you see the mass, when you see the production on the road, you don't have to wonder. You look at the banner, this section is so. And so you don't even have to wonder what the players are depicting. And that's one of the things that I absolutely love about your creations. So are we doing, so it's we history. I keep going back to we heritage. It's kind of stuck in my brain. Forgive me. But we history, I don't know. I am seeing all of the colors, all of the splendor, all of the excitement. Persons still signing up, how can they reach you to sign up to play?
Yes. Well, for the juniors, I reach out to schools. I do a permission form to the parents. I go talk to the teachers or the principal of the schools, and they will distribute the permission slips to the permission forms to the
parents,
to the children,
Right.
and the children will take it home to the parents, and they will say, well, okay, I'm interested. They will sign it up. They will reach out to me because we put all the information. My email is there. We are also on Facebook. We are on Instagram. Phone number is there. So, and a friend will tell a friend. The cost of the costume is not much. We are asking for $250, and the reason why we are asking for $250, $150 for the costumes, and the other $100 is to make sure we have eat and drinks, little snacks and things for the children, because I asked them to come out by 10:30 at the mass camp. Well, the mass camp has relocated in the heart of Scarborough. We are on Garden Side Street, opposite Tiantec Sports Club. So as you come around that big corner and you pass the two apartment buildings, the green and yellow building is where I'm located. You're seeing everything through the glass, so
You can't
miss it.
Yeah.
Numbers is 366-1718, or 355-6125. So we out this year. We in Roxbury in Scarborough. Scarborough competition begins at 1 to 6. So I'm asking that the children and them be at the mass camp by 10:30. So we have a lot of face painting and making up the faces and things to make sure that we depict what we are bringing. So when the judge and them see the children and them come on, they're going to say, yes, she outdo herself. Because this is a continuation of last year. Because last year we went with We History, We Culture. Right? And I did pan. We did Fancy Sailor, which mind you were having Fancy Sailor. Also, we still having the little pan in the section, but we do it with a little twist to it. So, I'm keeping along with the tradition.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you always incorporate traditional masks.
Yes, I love the traditional mask because the traditional mask is part of Tobago culture. Is we thing. So why get rid of it? And that is what I praise Miss Glenda Rose Lane for, because she helped to boost and keep the Tobago traditional alive.
Yes.
Right? Because under her in 2016, somewhere around there, you had about 42 traditional band on the streets, and we are still trying to keep it alive.
Yeah.
Right? So I do it both for my seniors, both for my juniors, because my senior band also, it's a traditional bass, but just say I'm doing traditional Indians, and I came out of the box. I did my research of gathering of the tribes, and gathering of the tribes is every year at a certain particular time in Panama. All the tribes and them from different countries, even Trinidad and Tobago, do go to this festival that they have in Panama. So I selected 3 different countries this year. Panama is one, Indonesia is one, and Taiwan.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I am doing something different. You're not going to see the type of Indians that you're accustomed seeing. You're going to see a different tribe this year.
Yeah.
From
your
Maslin.
research, you're
Yes.
there on point with that research.
Yes.
I absolutely love that. Because if you're putting your hands to something, understand that there's a history.
Yes.
Yeah, understand where it comes from. Why did the people do what they did? What is the reason for this celebration? And those types of information are so important.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
when
is.
you're creating.
Yes. You see, it's not just saying you're going and bring a mask. You have different categories. You have fancy. You have your history. So I fall in between history and traditional. Right? So when I'm ticking the box, I have to say, which one do I pick? But I just end up going history and let the judges and them feel for themselves and say, well, yes, she is in history and traditional at the same time.
Yes.
Make it look good, make it a twist, but stay along the storyline. Because normally when I do a junior band, it's about 10 sections I bring.
Right.
Yeah, about 10 to tell that story. Because mass is theater,
Yes.
It's a storyline you're
Story.
bringing.
Yes,
It's a
definitely.
story. And it's hard work. I went in my bed, after 2 this morning, whilst I was taking in the interdepartment, up doing until I burned my leg, all kind of thing. So it's hard work. So when you're putting out a band, the only thing to bring that mass alive is to get in the participation of the people.
Yes, the voice of the people need to be in there.
Yeah, there
What are
needs
some of
to.
the schools though that signed up with you?
Well, I have Signal Hill. They normally just bring a band, but they is not bringing no band. So I got to speak to the principal. She loves the culture. So I went there. There we journeyed to Hope Anglican.
Right.
We go to Table Piece because I have a grandson going there, so we went to Table Piece. I'm supposed to journey to Bethesda school, so by today I should visit the school there. And well, we had a Methodist school and Anglican school that we will get some few children from there.
So that's like a vast crop because you're like going all over Tobago.
Yeah, well, that is what we had to do. And then I have friends and family who have their kids who will come to the band and play all the years. I still have foundation members from when we first start in 2002 when I took part in Tobago Fest. At that time we did Hawaiians, and they are still here with me up to now.
And it's so amazing to have those die-hard people that are with you all the time. That support.
Yes.
There's nothing like it.
Of course.
So we look forward to October because I know you are in work mode, you're in with your research, and you're just doing the most and waiting to get cracking. Have you started?
I've already have my team already for October, and as I said, I want to be different from everybody, and I am doing romance.
Okay. Interesting.
I did it before, just like my team last year. I did that same team what I did last year, and this team that I'm doing, I did it already. So I'm bringing it back. I want people to see here, not all the bands look the same.
Oh,
I could capture different people who don't really want all the beads and the braids and the two-piece and fries. I will have that, but I'm catering for everybody. Yes.
What are some of the sections, like in your mind? What do you want to capture with this idea?
Well, as I said, for October, I'm doing romance, and my new romance go all the way into Egypt. It goes all the way to South Africa. You name it, it goes a long way. So as I said, doing something, you have something in your mind, you have to go and do your research, see if it have any meaning to it, any life, so that you will know if it's history, if it's traditional, where they have been, where they come from, and it is a wide scope. And when you see some of the costume, I try to, as I said, I try to capture it. So when you close your eye, picture yourself seeing Moses.
Yes.
Coming down the road, parting the Red Sea. You're seeing Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah.
You're seeing the Pharaoh. So you go a long, long way in it. So I'm going with Roman Empire for October.
Okay. I love the fact that there's so much history in what you do.
Yes.
And it speaks to the essence of what a masquerader should experience.
Yes.
It should not just be, okay, I think I want to do this. I'm going to bring out a band. And then you make a costume, you have a theme, and there's no depth, there's no history, there's no culture in it.
Yep.
That's what I love about Marcelin Ned and Associates, because the research, you see it embodied in the costuming.
Yes.
Yeah. And that is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. But Marcelin, tell me, how long have you been involved in mass?
Well, as I tell people, I'm 51 years old, looking 15.
Well, I can't tell. So you're doing something right.
Right. So my mom played mass with me, with she in my belly, and as I said, furthermore, she have 3 children and she play mass with all of us. So I come from a mass family. My great uncle, deceased Wilton Nancis, And then my aunt, deceased Miss Wilma Bedlow, who mind you was the first female band leader in Tobago. And she was the first band leader to introduce bath suits. I will never forget the year when at that time I go in school in Trinidad and mommy say, we coming up for carnival, and boom, when we reach and we see the costume, because we are helping making costumes to her, because my mom will say, well, all right, we go come in Tobago this weekend, me like nothing better.
Yes.
Right, because I'm a Trinidad and she make me in Trinidad, and you know, she's at Tobago and she and my father. And I just tell people, me they be string in tie in Trinidad, they tie right here.
Right here.
Right here. So I'm in the mass all my life. My aunt bring being the first female band leader and to bring batsuit in 1987. She bring mass batsuit. She's the one who even brought NCBA in Tobago. Imagine at age 16, I'm a member of the NCBA at that point in time.
Wow.
Was about 7 or 8 of us at that point in time. Deceased Mr. Peter Archer. He used to bring the Indians on. You know, after he stopped bringing mass, that's where my cousin Diane McCremon, people don't really know that much that we are cousins.
Right.
And she decided and say, hey, the Indian culture is dying in Tobago and we're going to bring it back. And I follow suit, and then 1 or 2 person come and follow suit to keep the Indian tradition alive. So I've been around from inception. I've worked with NCC in Tobago, no, CDC in Tobago from at a young age, as I said, in the mass. And then NCBA decided they're going to open my office in Tobago, and was a member of staff there, you know, going along with the Tobago Fest and the Carnival along the way. And in 2002, I decided to pick up myself and say I'm going to bring out a little band for the Tobago Fest.
Right.
We did Hawaiians and we came third. We placed third. And then in 2003, I came on the scene with Carnival. And I did colors with a difference, but I stick with the national colors, red, white, and black. Well, at that point in time, the band placed 5th and 6th. And then 2004, we came out and went into medium. We did Jewels of the Niles. That is where the concept of my October band for last year came out from. We did Jewels of the Niles, and we did well. Right, and I bring my senior band for the first time. We were in small band. We came second, and I have been trending. Then in 2005, I went in large band for 8 years. Was in large band, placed 4th 4 times straight, and then second 4 times straight. And, you know, then after, you know, time, you know, children we had there, you know, it started to dwindle, and then it will pick up its pace, and I'm still fighting the good fight to keep the Tobago Carnival alive.
And we love the fact that you're fighting the good fight. And you know, Martlin, I could talk to you whole day, but we are out of time. Yeah, but I want to thank you so much for being a part of Brunch. And of course, blessings and love, light, success as you move forward and have a wonderful carnival.
I hope to and pray to God that good sense prevail with the festival and the THA, that we can still have a bright and prosperous carnival 2024.
And we receive. Thank you so much. So guys, we're going to take a break. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. Of course, our trivia question for today: what was the name given to Tobago by its early settlers, the Caribs? The answer at the end of the show. We will be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. See you soon.
And half a day.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your nice can't get damaged bad, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Inner Health, number 13B, Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago, with over 25 years experience offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts has 1, 2, and 3 bedroom fully self-contained apartments located at the heart of Crown Point. Minutes walk to the popular beaches, restaurants, bars, and the airport. Enjoy our amazing amenities such as fully equipped apartments complete with Wi-Fi, AC, TV, and a pool, and a mini-mart on the compound. Call 639-8292 or 8929. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts is your family's home away from home.
Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Oh my gosh, guys, it's complete pandemonium in the studio today. I wonder if it's because it's Friday. You know, Friday is one of those days that tends to bring out certain aspects of our personalities. Those of us who like to sleep, yeah, it's there. The party goers and the limers, it's there. Those of us who love to read, that's what Friday represents to us. And so it's a beautiful Friday on the island of Tobago. And, you know, my next guest, you know, as we visit our Eye on Bago segment, is someone that has a natural element to him. I have been privileged to be at events that he performed at, that he was emceeing at, and there's a natural rhythm, a natural flow, the ability to read the room, which is so important. Jumani Jubikux joins me, and we're going to talk just a bit. So, Jumani, let me welcome you first.
Yes.
Welcome to Brunch, a taste of Tobago.
Yes, it's nice. Good morning to all the viewers. Good morning to you. And first time here, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels good to get the opportunity to reach to the audience and have a conversation with you in the brunch.
Yeah, and like I said, the tables were turned because 2023, or
Right.
like now, so
Yeah.
you were interviewing me.
Correct.
And so it's amazing how we are connected in very, very cosmic ways, and we're not even aware.
Yeah.
You know, I went to the last event that you were at, and I had to really sit and take notice because it wasn't just about being an announcer or a presenter and telling us who's next and telling us what they're coming there to do. It was your ability to bring the audience over to you and to take in what you're doing, which is bringing your essence, your entertainment spirit to them. And like I said, you either have it or you don't. That's something that is intertwined into you. It's bestowed. It's something that you cannot learn to do. And I was so privileged that you're here today because you're doing so much. And blessings to you. That's all I have to say. Keep striving, keep pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like the way you brought it across there. And it reminds me of a conversation I had with my dad, who plays a really strong role in my development as a public figure and as a human being. And it's just part of my fabric. You know, I'm a guy who loves fabric as well, and I was like, what type of fabric would match this brunch session that we have in here?
Yes.
But the metaphoric fabric I'm talking about is the way that reading the crowd, interacting with audiences, is something that I really like to do. You know, whether it is on a physical stage or whether it is just within a regular conversation in a room, I tend to, obviously, as you mentioned, read the crowd and get a sense as to how people are, you know,
and how we feel
before I get into whatever I have to do. And whether it be performing or announcing or presenting, it's kind of similar in terms of the reading of the crowd. But I was schooled that way, I was brought up that way. And I guess, again, credit to my parents and my family who was always part of that
that support,
camaraderie and support system, you know.
But how did it start for you? Because you're a singer, you're a songwriter. I saw you doing so much at the tent level. You were involved in the tent. But where did it start for Jumani?
To be honest, primary school, I was encouraged to participate in the junior competitions and stuff.
Right.
And at that point, I wasn't sure what it was about, but I always was interested in entertaining people, whether it be performing, whether it be trying to dance. I think I get a little better now, but whether it be singing a song or doing a cover, or telling a joke, I always enjoyed just entertaining people, seeing people smile. Like, I believe that is my gift. And in the junior competitions, in primary school and stuff, I remember when they made the results, they announced the results, I won Best Humorous Song. And I thought that was a real big thing, because it was a big word. Not knowing that it's because they enjoyed the comical and the entertainment that I brought on stage. As I grew older, I got involved in songwriting. So I'm a freestyle chanting type of artist who I would catch melodies and put down songs impromptu and stuff. But patience was a difficult thing for me in terms of I tend to get excited. So I would have an idea and I want to just rattle out the song without taking time to go on paper, write it down, come back to it. Exactly. So coming up, I was, again, my dad, Dennis Lasana Cox, he was very influential in helping me craft my music, and I worked with other songwriters and stuff coming along, worked with other producers in both the Calypso and Soca fraternity, and those people contributed to my development before I got an opportunity, which I would say is a very significant opportunity, to perform at a Calypso tent. Because coming up, you're always hearing about Calypso, you're learning about it in social studies and so on. And the Calypso tent was something rare, because I'm accustomed to hearing songs on radio, in events, in a maxi taxi or so on.
Right, so that
but
live
the tent
experience.
What is this about?
Yeah.
And as I grew older and I got the opportunity to audition, the first 2 times I didn't get through, but in 2016, I was privileged to make it to the Kaiser House Calypso tent, singing a love way. So it's a soca, but there's the calypso element, the storytelling element, the call and response in it. And I think it's that particular year is when I made up my mind that this is the position I want to play in the grand scheme of things, in terms of my type of music, my style, my persona in the music industry. And to date, I have been involved in composing a number of songs, co-writing with others, and performing music for my peers who are now my support system and
Right.
persons who love Juby today and the music that I have to bring.
Definitely.
So it's been a journey. That's just a capsule of how it started to
Yeah,
date.
and it just encompassed so much, because I was about to ask you, who are some of the influences that you would have met on your path?
Well,
Who are some of those people, if you had to mention some of the persons that were influential to you, artists, creatives, you name it, who would you
a lot.
mention?
So to be honest, in terms of calypso artists, I'm a Shadow fan. I love the Mighty Shadow, the way how
Right.
he is so unique with his renditions, with the way he carries about his character, because the Mighty Shadow is a character. It's who he is, but he's a character that always fascinated me, and I attempted to emulate some of his styles. I mean, it didn't really work out, but he never met him in person. I was privileged to have conversations and work with his both sons, and we had conversations about their father and stuff. Other than that, within the soca fraternity, Bunji Garlin, definitely.
Right.
I'm a fan of Bunji Garlin and the way how he goes about his career. And there are a number of artists that I like. But in terms of having direct conversations, again, my dad, Dennis Lasana Cox, I was able to have few conversations with the likes of Singing Sandra, with Chucky Gordon, even the Super Blue had one conversation with me at a time with regards to songwriting, and he was speaking about getting to the point immediately with your songs and the way how he composes his music. And that was significant. A very short conversation, but when you in a room with these figures,
Oh, yeah.
and the list can go on, they would say a few words, but you may receive it one way, but when you go home or in your private space and reflect on what they're saying, it's a gem.
Yes.
Because these are living icons, and those are just a few, the Super Blue, the Singing Chandra, and so on, who would have had some sort of impact in my musical career. And the list goes on even beyond Trinidad and Tobago in terms of persons who I look up to, in terms of their style, their presence on stage. And I think I've tapped into an inner Juby that speaks to me all the time.
And I think you study your craft. Now, many of us have our talents and our gifts and things we happen to do well, but usually we don't connect to our spiritual side. And so we don't take the time to perfect it. We don't take the time to study it and embrace what's unique about us as individuals. But for you, I feel like you do so much research. I feel like you're a student. You're a daily student. It's continuous. It's ongoing. It's not a one-off thing where you feel, okay, well, I think I have enough. I'm good. Nobody tell me anything right now. I feel like you always are in study mode.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You're spot on. I am a student. I'm always a student. I'm always learning. I crave getting new information.
Yes.
And in a different capacity, when I take off my artist hat, I disseminate information to the public, because I'm always excited to disseminate information that can help us develop.
Yes.
Of course, current affairs, yes, but I am always researching, and I wouldn't consider myself like the Lloyd Best and they, but I admire the works of thought leaders in the cultural space and the type of impact they have on society, or they would have laid certain pillars.
Those pioneers, huh?
Yes, and I actually aspire to be one of those individuals in the thought leadership, from a thought leadership standpoint. So I think it's responsible to come. I mean, is life, is culture.
Yes.
And sometimes we would do things without tapping into the same spiritual element that you're speaking about there, and things don't go according to plan.
Yeah.
But when you really take the time, it's difficult to take the time because with so much things happening.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't take the time, you tend to run the risk of straying
Mm-hmm.
and just gravitating to any and anything. So I
Yeah.
think it's important to gather the knowledge, tap into that spiritual side, and whilst doing that, you tend to discover certain things that you didn't even know, and you're
Mhm.
led. And I hope I'm not going too deep into
Mhm.
to the thought process, but when you tap into that spiritual side, when you tap into that self-consciousness, it allows you to see things differently.
It allows you to focus as well,
Yeah.
because you get rid of the noise. There's
Exactly.
always that noise that comes in as a distraction, and it keeps us in a state of shackles. It keeps us from not endeavoring to go further or endeavoring to change or evolve. But we're going to be right back. I love talking with Juby. I could do it all day, but we need to take a break. We're going to be right back with the Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. Of course, trivia question. What was the name given to Tobago by its earliest settlers, the Caribs? The answer, of course, at the end of the show. We're going to be right back with Brunch. Come on back.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, honey.
Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal.
Oh, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Girl, you know what you're doing. You face with the eye contact. Girl, what's the point? Look back. 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 Look back how it parts. Look back. Look back at the stage. Look back. Look back to the stars. Look back.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Flo is bringing Carnival and cash home with a total of $300,000 in cash back when you pay on time, sign up, or upgrade to an everything plan. Plus, we're live streaming fests so you could wind down in your bed. Hosting Blue Friday lines at your favorite hangouts. So every Friday you could play a mass and win free fete tickets plus Carnival costumes. Flo bringing Carnival home so you could like yourself. Visit in-store or discoverflo.co for more details. Flo, inspired by you.
Do here. Like I said, I'm just a small part of the team that makes it happen right here on Tobago Updates Television. And I'm having such a wonderful conversation with my very special guest, Mr. Jumani Cox. And we're going into some aspects of your life. Of course, I could talk to you all day, but you know, we're touching on as many aspects as possible. Now, you've been involved in performing. You're a writer, you're a vocalist. I saw you performing at the Tents this year, for 2024. What was that experience like for you? Were you involved in Tents?
Yes, I'm currently a cast member at Magnificent Glow Calypso Tent. Shouts to the team there. We have some contestants taking part in the Calypso Fiesta tomorrow.
That bagel flavor.
Yes, but the tent is a roving tent, so we go from different destinations
Mm-hmm.
to destinations, and that has been going good. Really enjoyed, like, so far the performances, particularly at Delaford.
Right.
Yeah, that performance, that the aura, the vibes, the energy there is really good. But let me just go back to October, because, or even before October, the Commonwealth Youth Games, of course, first of its kind, and I was privileged to be at the Shaw Park complex regularly for the Fast Five netball, and the competition was going on and everything, but I was in communication with some songwriters I worked with in the past, and we were just well, I was looking ahead to October Carnival, because for the first staging, I didn't participate in the form of performing or recording any
Right.
brand new releases. I was part of the Magnificent Glow tent, but there was an unreleased song that I did, and I didn't really do heavy campaigning.
Right.
But this time around, I was looking forward to the season, because I was like, I'm into this, I'm passionate about it. Why not contribute through my composition, through my
Yes.
performance? And at the time, I wasn't really getting any inspiration in terms of songwriting. So I reached out to my boys there, Full Blown Entertainment, and they were like, yeah, well, we have something here that we could work on. We know you're an animated character. We know your persona. Listen to this. And why I mentioned the Commonwealth Youth Games is because that is a sporting event. And at the event, naturally, at any major sporting event, there are certain songs, S-O-U-N-D, that resonates well at these major events.
That's true.
I could point to the Waka Waka with Shakira for the World Cup, waving flag and so on, or even some of the Olympic songs and stuff. And when they send my particular song, which is Work It, it felt like a song that could be played at a major sporting event.
Right.
You know, of course, the song speaks to the females working it in any way or form they would like to. And of course, we, the men, encouraging that type of excitement and energy. But the music that complements the lyrics felt like that kind of euphoric feeling that you would get at a major sporting event. So I was like, fellas, I am doing this song. Now, I'm not the seasonal type, particularly looking at a particular season, but I knew October Carnival was around the corner. So I quickly went and recorded the song. A one take, actually. I learned the song, but I went to the studio on one occasion, and coincidentally, I went to the studio when I went down to Trinidad to go to CPL. So the whole sporting vibe, which resonates with me because I'm very much into sports as well, was part of that vibration, and I recorded the song and released it. And from day one, it got a lot of good reviews.
Yes.
And that fueled me. So I was like, well, all right, the people like it because the music is for people. You know, I could try my best to create a hit or work with co-writers and work with producers to create a hit, but the people decides what is a hit and what they like.
That's it, the voice of the people.
Well, based on the feedback I saw on social media and the airplays and stuff, walking into certain establishments and hearing my song playing, that was a big deal for me. Regardless, it's a big deal. And I started to get calls to do certain events and so on, and I was like, hey, this good. And wrapping up the October Carnival season, I looked back and I was like, I can't stop here. I know a lot of persons would put out more content and stuff, and I'm like, I made a decision to focus on this particular song, Work It, and I have been working it even into the National Carnival, getting calls to perform at events that I dreamt of being on in the past, you know.
It happens just like that.
So it has been a really good season, tiring, but I always remind myself that it's not an easy road, and if I'm tired, it's because I'm busy. And if I'm busy, it's good. You know, and that reminder is what fuels me, and I continue to work it. And I encourage persons to work it, you know. Yeah. That's
Just
been good
give
so
us
far.
a little bit of Work It, just for the persons who may not.
All right.
I'm
well,
putting you on the spot.
That's all right. But as I walked to the studio here, the sun was actually scorching. And the first few lines in the verses, the place done not already. Boom, boom. I start to sweat already. Boom boom, the soca music song and sweet. Yeah. If I only hold you, baby, then what? I jam in your heart, just like the economy. I getting on bad when you whine in front of me. Let we do this properly. Start to fling that bump party and give me the left, right, back, front. Start to walk it up and break away, away. Like fire burning your waist, girl, break away, away. We go jam all over the place, girl. Start to work it, 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 work it. Yeah. That's a little vibe this Friday. This Friday at the end of the day. So
yeah, and it's a wonderful Friday.
Yeah.
But what's next for Jumani though?
Yes.
What's on the radar?
Well, as I mentioned before, I really wanted to focus on Work It because I still consider myself, I wouldn't use the term upcoming, but I'm not a headline artist as yet, you know. But what I have been doing is working on my portfolio. So you would see, if you go onto my social media and stuff, you would see professional photos being done. My artworks are all looking to a standard, you know. While the people are enjoying Work It, they would want to know, well, who is this artist? So when they go onto my profile, they would see, I hope, a well-polished professional artist in this sphere. And while all of that is happening, and I'm doing my performances and stuff, I've already started to do my songwriting to release some music very soon after the National Carnival scenario. I intended to put out a music video for Work It, but I would just do a promotional video, so that should be coming soon. But in terms of other content, I intend to do an EP with just a few songs to give persons more of who Juby is, specifically with my style. Probably may work with some songwriters as well, because I appreciate creatives in this space who are willing to collaborate, you know. So I wouldn't go out and be like, I would just do all my writing or I would produce all my songs. I'm open to working with persons because you will get different vibrations, you know, and my vibration is always positive, you know, so I am always open to working with persons. So I want to put out some more content, definitely, music-wise, and I would really like to, one particular dream is to really hear my song in a movie or get a synchronization license, you know, because that is the other aspect of things that persons don't necessarily focus on. Of course, I love the stage, so I would perform for you anytime, but in terms of the business side of it,
and
I want to kind of streamline that as well, and that's the word continuity. So that is some of my short to mid-term goals. Ultimately, Juby is that jubilous animated character that you can book for your events if you really want to raise the energy levels, you know, if you want to get excited. And trust me, I am more than willing to entertain from the smallest group of 4 to a group of 4,000 and beyond, you know?
And that's so wonderful to have that positive spirit. It's a positive type of force. And so you can't help but, you know, be reeled in by who Jumani is. And like I said, this is cosmic. It's you either have it or you don't. So your natural essence and your natural light is what is spiritually connected to you. So I'm hoping that persons connect more to their spiritual side. And it really helps you to focus. It really helps you to evolve. It really helps you to open up. And I feel like we have grown up with you just a bit. I feel like I have seen you evolving as a performer, as an artist, as a writer. What about genres? Are you into other genres?
That's an interesting question that every time it's asked, my answer tends to shift a bit. I'm heading towards a definite, but I don't really see it as different genres anymore. Of course, there are reggae, there's the soca, hip hop, R&B, and so on. But I think my goal is actually to perfect, or at least get my song as perfect as possible, my SOUND, where regardless of the genre that I am performing
focusing on.
you would get that unique Juby flavor.
Got you.
You know, for it to kusume in that particular genre, you know. So I like the reggae. Of course, I would do calypso from time to time, but calypso is part of the music that I do. Soca is at the forefront,
right?
You know, because it's soca rhythms that I'm singing on, the soca productions. But calypso is part of it, and I also like the Afrobeat. I feel like in the immediate future, I actually recorded a demo for an Afrobeat song, but I had a little disappointment with the eventual production, but nevertheless I would definitely tap into other genres,
right?
But the ultimate for me is to try my very best to hone my sound, my craft. So when I am on another genre, I would sound like Juby and blend perfectly within the fabric of whatever genre that is.
Yeah, and you know, it's good to be able to adapt to whatever's going on, whatever stage you are asked to present on, because that's one of the things that we have to really look to capture as artists, and not just be one thing, or not just be in one category or one box. You should be able to carry your flavor wherever you are called. Yeah, and this is what we're working towards.
Yeah, and even when I look at, and I didn't mention it at the beginning, but when you look at what, for example, Sean Paul, reggae dancehall artist, but he is singing on these record selling pop songs and maintains his Jamaican flavor, you know. So and that is just one example, you know, and the idea is to try to reach as far as I can in the musical universe. But yeah, I think it's important to maintain that unique song, because they would have artists that you would look up to and would admire some of the way how they deliver their lyrics and so on. But you have to find your song. And I am still on the quest to perfectly package in my song. And if it means that I probably have to adapt in a different scenario, a different genre, no problem. No problem. As a matter of fact, you never know. Some years down the road, I probably might be singing a totally different genre. I can't leave calypso and soca out. But I probably might be spending more time at a particular genre. So, but I'm open. I'm open to definitely adapting to other genres, other cultures. And as I mentioned, culture is also a part of, and I know culture is a broad term.
Yeah, it is.
But I admire different cultures. So I would go to a different location, a different country, and spend serious time, like an ethnographic researcher, just trying to live in that space for as long as possible, and not trying to encroach or anything, just trying to just appreciate what this culture is about. And that too adds to my songwriting and my creative process.
Yeah.
Because when I'm now equipped with all of these different scenarios, all of these different lifestyles, I can now disseminate that through songs.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Yeah, so it's a vibe for me. And I'm speaking here and I'm getting even more excited. I'm feeling to go and write. You want to write a song? Let's write a song.
Let me write a song now, boy. Come now, boy, Juby, boy.
Yeah.
But you know what I absolutely love is that you have a focus as to what you want to do, where you want to be, how you want to be seen and viewed as an artist. So it's not just about being able to do something well and getting on stage and doing it. You know, it's the whole party. It's the whole, you're encompassing everything, every aspect, every factor of what it means to be an artist, what it means to have that Trinbagonian rhythm that we always talk about, that when we touch down,
yeah, literally.
you feel it.
Literally. I can't help myself sometimes. That rhythm is like it penetrates. And I could give a number of examples, but I feel I would reserve those examples. But it penetrates, and I just can't avoid it. It's embedded in me, and it's who I am. It's Juby is here to stay. I am a cultural ambassador. I'm very passionate about what I do, and in everything that I do, actually, even beyond the music, I'm extremely passionate. But I think a strong part to play in that, apart from my influences, is what you started the interview with reading the room and you can kind of place it on a parallel with the way how I like to embrace cultures, you know. So if I spend a certain period of time in a particular space, naturally I would tend to adapt.
Yes.
And reflect that energy any way it chooses to go, you know.
And I absolutely love the fact that you're here. Like I said, I could talk to you all day, but unfortunately we are out of time. But I just want to thank you, Jumani. Thank you for your artistry, and thank you for wanting to learn about your craft and owning it. It's really important as you go forward. So from our family to yours, of course, blessings, peace, love, light, and of course success in whatever you endeavor to do.
Yes, thank you for having me. And of course, you all could follow me on Juby Official on all platforms, JUBY Official. And by the way, I'm actually, for the first time, I'm in the national freestyle competition. They did a merger with the extempo competition and the freestyle. So that will take place on Wednesday. So you can look out for me in that first time. And I'm in the finals. So I'm excited about that. So
we are definitely going to look out for you. So of course, you know, bring that trophy back home. You know how we do when we touch down there. And of course, we are into the end of brunch. Oh my gosh, I don't want to leave you, but it's about that time. Before I leave you though, our trivia question for today: what was the name given to Tobago by its early settlers, the Caribs? The answer is Europina. Europina. It's Europina. Did I say it correctly? Europina. Yeah, it kind of rolls off my tongue there just a bit. So Europina is your answer for today. That was Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. Oh my gosh, guys, thank you so much. We wish you blessing, love, and light, success. Have a wonderful weekend. See you next time on Brunch. We are going to be out of here with Work It from Jumani Juby Cox. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Bang bang, start to wine. The place are not already. I start to set already. Soca music song is sweet. If I want you, baby, I jam in ya, just like the economy. I get it on bad when you wine in front of me. Let me do this properly. Start to fling your body and give me the left, right, back, front. Start to walk it up and break away, away. Like fire burning your waist, can break away, away. We go jam all over the place, get start to work it, 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 work away, away. Like fire burning your waist, can break away, away. We go jam all over the place, get start to work it, 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 work it. The bumper big already. You're winding right in front of my face, yeah, yeah. What you expect a man to do? I go hold you around your belly. I jam in ya, just like the economy. I get it on bad when you wind in front of me. Let me do this properly. Start to fling your body and give me the left, right, back, front. Start to walk it up and break away, away. Like fire burning your waist, can break away, away. We go jam all over the place, can start to work it, 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 work away, away. Like fire burning your waist, can break away, away. We go jam all over the place, can start to work it, 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 work it. Wine, 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 girl. Just start to wine, 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 girl. Give me the ball, young girl, wine, 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 girl. And start to work it, work it, work it, work it, work away, away. Like fire burning your waist, can break away, away. We go jam all over the place, can start to work it, 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 work it.